Hi friends, welcome back to my weekly check-in. This week is week 3 of showing up, staying accountable, and just sharing a bit about how things are going, and also to give you my weigh-in, of course. If you're new here, I'm Regina. I share my healthy cooking videos, my meal preps, and a little behind the scenes of my wellness journey. I wanted to start a healthy cooking channel so I could show that my meal preps and my healthy recipes were working to help me lose weight. And so while that's part of it, I also come here as accountability because I know you guys will keep me on board. You guys will keep me on the straight and narrow, and I need that. So that's why I'm here. Okay, so this week the scale said that I weighed 281 pounds. Last week, for some reason, I think I had a lot less swelling in my legs, and it said 276 on Saturday. I usually weigh myself on Saturday and report it on Sunday. And the very next day, it said I weighed 284. I was in shock. I was like, how could I go from 276 to 284? Well, I do have lymphedema in my feet, and if I get brave enough, I'll show you guys it. It gets really bad at times. Like my ankle, like my leg gets this big from the swelling from lymphedema, and I really need to stop making excuses and get to the gym. It's hard for me being in a wheelchair. As you can see, I'm in a wheelchair. I have 2 really bad knees, and I use a walker to get around, like little, like not far distances, but if I need to cook or do stuff around the house, it's just easier because I can't always, my walker I can't go far. And I also have super bad arthritis in my shoulder, so I'm dealing with a lot of pain and frustration, but I'm gonna get through it. I'm gonna get through it because I want to feel better and I want to get this weight off so that I can maybe have the knee surgery eventually. That's the whole goal of all this. So my weight was 281, and like I said, the day after I weighed in, it said I weighed 284. So I don't know if it was a loss or a gain. I've been watching a fitness coach online, and he claims that if you weigh yourself every day and then take the average, that's really what you weigh. So I'm going to start to do that every day, weigh myself. And I think weighing myself, that might seem obsessive to some people, but for me, it just kind of helps me to, be accountable for that day before. And I try to eat 3 meals a day. Sometimes I have snacks. They're not the best probably option for me. I have given up. One of my biggest weaknesses was Cheetos. I've decided that they have to go away. Probably not forever. I just can't have them in the house, basically. So I bought some, it's like guiltless popcorn or something like that. And again, the whole bag is like 450 calories. Yesterday I had a whole bag again. So I don't know if I can have those either. Probably not. Probably carrots and hummus are going to be my snack, or yogurt, or some kind of like protein bar. Those seem to be less binge worthy for me. Anyway, okay, so like I said, this past week, in general, actually I stayed within my calorie deficit. According to my fitness pal, I was supposed to be eating 1,890 calories to have a 1.5 weight loss. And that's with no exercise or nothing. And so I pretty much did that. I pretty much stayed within my calorie deficit. I think I had one day where I was over a little bit. And I'll go through my fitness pals and try to post them here so you can see my Sunday through Sunday week. And I think the reason that the scale went up, like I said, to 284, 281 is because the previous week, I was eating basically what I wanted, and it was 2,500. There was one day it was 3,000 something. It was a lot. And I think that was a reason. And plus salt for me, if I eat too much salt, and I think that's for everybody, it shows up as a water gain, and that could be part of it. So I'm going to do this week, next week. I'm going to do Monday or Sunday through Sunday. That starts, actually Monday through Sunday. It starts tomorrow. And I will take the average of all those numbers, and that will be my weight for the week. So I don't know if that's going to work for you guys, but for me, that helps me to not get in the mentality of, oh, I'll start tomorrow. I'll start tomorrow. I used to be like that about 5 years ago. I would get going and I would do really well for about a month. And then I would be like, something would tip me off. We'd have a family event. Somebody would ask me to go for dinner. There was some food related thing that I would do, and I would go, and it would open up a binge for me. And I was like eating, honestly, I was eating good food prior to that. It was just like my brain is like, oh, celebration time, go for it, eat everything in sight. And luckily, I don't do that as much anymore. I would say I have a binge maybe every couple weeks, like I did last week with the 3,500. But in general, I mostly eat, and I'm trying to stay, this is my ultimate goal, is to eat breakfast, lunch, and dinner. And if I have a snack in between, it's some kind of vegetable or fruit related snack, not a cracker, not a Triscuit. And truly the protein bars are like considered to be like all sugar and not really so good for you. So if I can just stay to my regular meals, which are pretty well balanced and healthy and delicious at the same time, and then have my in-between snack, that'd be great. And then if I can get my exercising in, I want to be realistic to say I can go 3 to 4 times a week, 3 to 4 times a week to the pool. I want to do that. And then eventually I want to start lifting weights, because lifting weights is where you have the long-term fat loss, because you're building muscle and your body's working harder. So I do want to get into that as well. But to begin with, I'm going to get back to the pool. That's the only thing I can do for right now. So that went, I would say that went well. I was proud of my body. And what went wrong is basically last week. Last week I ate too much and it showed up on the scale. I am drinking, let's say there are 20 ounce glasses, or one's 32. I have 2 of those, that's 64, and then 20 and 20. So I have about 104 ounces of water now, which is really good. I've been drinking sometimes with the water enhancer and sometimes just straight up water. I'm trying to get away from drinking Diet Coke at all. There's nothing wrong with Diet Coke, just for me. Water is better for my body, for my, I sometimes have issues if I drink too much caffeine. It affects I get bladder infections really easy. So water and coffee is pretty much my drink of choice. I don't drink alcohol really at all. Sometimes when I'm with my family, we have a party, I'll have, like very occasionally, I guess. I'm a very occasional drinker these days, so that's good. And I'm proud of that. I want to keep it that way, because too much alcohol is not good for a weight loss journey at all. So yeah, yay for me. Okay, and let's see what else. And yeah, I cooked all my meals. I had my turkey teriyaki bowl. I'm going to list that because that was delicious. I had made some protein pancakes for Mother's Day, and I just made that yesterday. It was a little bit indulgent because it had butter in the recipe, and then it did have some caramelized apples on it. But I did that on purpose because I think every once in a while you need a mental break, and it's okay. I mean, it was okay to have one serving of that, I believe. We'll see next week how it shows up on the scale, but for now, it felt pretty good. So again, I'll go ahead and list that one as well. I'll list both of those, and you guys can decide if you want to make them or not. I didn't make my meal prep this week, and that makes me sad. I really like making meal preps. I make, how do I say this in a way without boasting? I make nice, delicious meal preps that are not like the typical broccoli and rice or broccoli and carrots, and I try to make them a little bit more thoughtful and a little bit more indulgent, a little more gourmet. That's my goal, is to try to eat well 3 times a day, something I enjoy. So if you want, I can put a playlist of all my meal preps that I've done and the ones that have been successful. And they range from 1,200 calories when I was doing weight loss surgery up to 1,650. And all of those, if I have those the 4 times a week, or five times is better, is optimal, then I really, really do stay on track and lose weight. So I'm gonna get filming those and doing those again for you guys, and for me too. All right, so let's see. Okay, so looking ahead this week, my goals are to get to the gym. That's like the biggest goal for me. I think with protein, I have usually around at least 100 grams of protein a week, so that's pretty good. My water intake is good. My sleeping, that's random. I try to sleep 8 hours a day, but when I have videos back to back and I haven't finished them, I will stay up until I get them done. Like yesterday, I was stayed up till 8 in the morning finishing my pancake video. And it's sad because I've only had how many views on it? 7 or 8 views or 9 views. It's like all that work, but I enjoy doing it, so I did it. But I really need to prioritize myself. Like maybe at like midnight, I should have said, okay, well, it's not going to make Mother's Day for tomorrow, so I'll just make it a, pancake. I'll change the title and the message. I did the video in remembrance of my mother because she passed away 2.5 years ago, and it was right around Mother's Day. So it was actually 2 years ago. It was 2023. Yeah, she passed away in April of 2023, and it was just before Mother's Day. So the video I did, she would have loved these pancakes, and it was a tribute to her. So that was nice, and I hope that in heaven she was like, yay, you're my daughter. And I hope she's happy. Most importantly, in a place that we hope is heaven. So yeah, so that was for my mom, and I'm glad I did it. To be honest, I'm glad I stayed up. Okay, so thank you guys for being here. This journey is interesting. It is, it's hard. You have to constantly be on your toes. For me, weighing, meal prep, making sure I get my water in, and moving. Those 4 elements are really what I think make a successful weight loss. And having protein as your priority, and then definitely fiber. You need fiber as well. I think that's an underestimated macro that people don't realize how important it is, because without fiber you can't get things moving and you're not as full. So if you can put protein, fiber, and healthy fats at each meal, if you have those 3 macros, the healthy fats, the fiber, and the protein, you're less likely to binge, and then you'll lose weight. So that's all good. Anyway, you guys, thanks for watching today. This is a short video. I just wanted to get it out there so that it was done and good to go. I appreciate your patience. I'm not looking so hot today. I'm very tired. I have a cold, and yesterday I was up very late trying to finish a video. So I'd appreciate it if you would give me a thumbs up or a comment. Let me please know what you're doing, and I'll see you on the next weigh-in next Sunday. Thanks again. Bye now.